Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trigger Accidentally. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And so my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below. Let me know, gang. Now, guys, today I'm going to be answering a very important question. I keep getting asked this question, especially in recent times with all these announcements, and that is Canada still worth it? In terms of schooling, is Canada still worth it in 2024 and 2025? Now, for those of you that are September intake, you're welcome. I know many people are already landing, and those for January, I'm going to be doing a separate video talking about, your landing process, how you can prepare yourself in the face of all these uncertainties. Okay, but for this particular video, I'm going to be answering the question. Now, question of the day, for those of you that have already been in Canada for a long time, what do you think? Do you think it's worth it? Should people still come into Canada to school, especially people that want to stay beyond the school? Do you think Canada is a safe bet? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me get to my own answer. First of all, I'm going to be very plain and very honest. I like to put a disclaimer when I do my videos. Shout out to those of you that just joined us. Thank you so much for our new subscribers. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below so that we welcome you specially. But thank you to all of you. One thing I like to say as my disclaimer is I don't like to advise people. Everything I'm saying here is gist. Like, it is not legal advice. It is not advice that you can take to the bank. I'm just saying, everything in my own opinion. Okay. So back to the question. Is Canada still worth it in 2024, 2025 for schooling? My answer is yes and no. And that's because there are some people that I will say plain no to, and there are some people that I feel like they can still come. Okay, let's get right into those categories. Now, for the first set, if you are straight out of high school, for this one, I'm sure their parents are watching or their uncles or aunts. In that case, straight out of high school, the only reason you should consider Canada or any other country is because your parents have a lot of money. Gone are the days where you ship your children to the Western countries and think that they can just go off and fend for themselves. That is really not going to work for Canada unless you just want to, go and send your child off to depression. I know you have the best of intentions, but the way the economy is set up, if the child is straight out of high school and you say, you look at the school fees and you can chest it, add inflation, because most of these straight out of high school, they are coming in and studying like 4-year programs. So as a parent, can you pay tuition that you're seeing for the next 4 years? Do you have it? Because sometimes the parents can pay and something happens, maybe they lose their job, the child is in second year, nothing, like there's no savings for their other 2 years, and there's a lot. So I would only advise you to come to Canada if, number one, you as the parent, you can chest the cost. These children are 16 years old and sometimes 15. You do not expect them to go and start working. I get it. In this country, there are many teenagers that get summer jobs and the rest of them, it helps them and all of that. But that should not be like their main source of survival. It's going to be bad. That's the only set of people who, if you are not very rich. Now, for the second set, this is middle income earners. You can do Canada or you can do UK, but I need to work extra hard. I need to work extra hard. Listen, I would prefer, off the top of my head right now, that is, like I said, I'm not advising you use your child. I would prefer you send that child to Covenant. If you're in Nigeria, send the child to a school there. The fantastic, I think Covenant right now is leading in terms of private universities. Ship your child there. Let them do the first year. Most of you will be better off if your child went to a Nigerian university first. Just go first. Because the truth is, especially for those, I went to a boarding school. And that's from boarding school like start from age of 10 to 16. For that 6 years, parents are only seeing their children 3 months in a year. When they come on holiday, full-time holiday, or then the extra 1 week here, 2 weeks. But when it comes to boarding house, we do not go off like that unless it's long vacation or holidays and all of that. You do not really know your child, and then you send the child off. Some of us got lucky, but not all get so lucky. That's why most times I try to advise parents, gauge that child. You can have all the best of intentions, but if your child is somebody that is not fully developed, you might even stifle the future of a child by bringing them abroad too early. I have an acquaintance, a fellow vendor of mine back then when I was doing event planning, and she was discussing with me her son, super brilliant, and then straight out of school, straight A student. They wanted him to do A levels here, brought him to Canada, and he struggled. He struggled so bad because here they don't just judge you on, the work. You have to talk in class, you have to be active, you have to act. And then he's kind of like a quiet child and all of that. And he affected also his grades because culture shock, looking around the way before the class is over, he's too shy to ask the teacher and all of that. So sometimes, if you're being realistic, if you can as a parent get to the point where you're like, see, if you want to, some children will be like, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to Canada, my friend is going. Test the waters, but always remind them that they are not failures, because there are many people that are stuck. They can't tell their parents that they have left school. That story for another day. There are many. See, some of you are just sending money. The child is not in school. Oh. Let me just be telling you, all those documents, picking no day school. So there are many situations like that. That's why I'm telling you. Point number one, you have money. Point number two, you probably send them to maybe a private school first. Let them build up. They can now come for university masters or the rest of them. Okay, all right guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Another thing I have to point out for high schoolers, fresh high schoolers, mommies and daddies, perfect your home training. Perfect your home training. The moment those children step here, it's over. It's over. Perfect your home training. That's why my second point was, some of them will benefit from attending universities. I know that Covenant is very strict. They don't play. And imagine your child goes there for 4 years. Even if your own home training, you get a CB, at least Papa Yedepo and the rest of them in the school admin, they will help. There are still some students that come out and they are weary, but at least you did your best to curtail excesses, especially their late teenage age. I'm talking 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That window, it's very important. We cannot miss it. So I'm saying this based on experience and stories I've heard. It's good. So now, for that first set of people, these are the categories of people straight out of high school. I would say it's here or there. That's why I said, if you think Canada is worth it, in that case, yes or no. For this first set of people, do you want your child to stay back in Canada, live and all of that? Who do you have in Canada that makes, you think of Canada? These are questions you as a mom or you as a dad should ask yourself. Are you doing this as a situation whereby, okay, this is my first son, I want him to go, stay back, and probably over time, I'll be sending the younger ones. This is where I want to send all my kids. You have to have a long-term plan so that it's not a situation whereby anything happens and then there's no direction, so to speak. Ask yourself that question. For those of you that know, you'll be like, see, truthfully, this my son. I cannot, some parents, even when they are going to do the visa application, they know in their hearts of hearts that this child needs more time in terms of home training. It would have been better for you to just hold that child. That's what I just have to say. But if you still go ahead, no problem. I will do the video for those coming in September or January. But that is my first category of people. Let's get to the second category. Now, the second category of people that will be asking these questions are people that are straight out of uni. Should I come to Canada? Is Canada still worth it? Straight out of uni, I would say do your youth service, because I am a firm believer in PR. So maybe I'm just biased towards education, like coming in through school. For those of you that don't know, I came in through school January ending, did 1 year program in Seneca. So I know the school system in terms of graduate studies, and that's why I am not the first person to push that, because I know how much money you would spend just upfront. Okay, straight out of uni, I would say, would I even call it an advice? I would gist you that it's preferable you try to get youth service experience. Do you know why? I have told them several times. A shout out to the person that sent the comment about, because I keep preaching, you have to do with speed when I come and share videos, work hard, work on it. I've done several videos about the category based draw. You need at least 6 months full-time experience. When it comes to Canada Express entry, you have more points on your years of foreign experience. Meaning, if you come into Canada straight from university, you have zero in foreign experience. Until you finish that your school and find experience here in Canada, you have zero. So imagine how many years it will take you to finish your program and find a solid job that is in the good tier system that will get you this and get you that. So even if you had done just your 1 year compulsory service, that particular experience adds up. You need 3 years to at least get your full marks, but each year you spend at least helps. So for those of you that are back home and you're like, oh my God, I finished school, I've always wanted to come to Canada, but I'm still doing youth service. But don't worry, don't rush it, okay? Finish your youth service. If you still want to come, you still have everything in place, and you say, as is school, no problem, okay? So for this particular one, like I said, I would prefer you do your youth service, save money. I will not even prefer you come in via school for this second category. Personally, I will not, I'm struggling to see the benefits of coming in via school unless you're such an academically conscious person, and whatever you think you're going to study is only offered in Canada, and you must study it, that kind of thing. I'm a kind of person that I prefer that people, if you actually want to live in this country, PR is the easiest part. If you can strategize, I'm going to be talking about that one separately. If you can strategize and fall into one of the categories, no matter how long it takes, it's better that you're in the comfort of your home, you know, saving, you've not started compounding debts and bills and the rest of them. Some people say, no, I just want to enter the Canada. If I enter, there will be a way. My dear, this is the reason they've been doing announcements for how many days back to back. Trudeau and Macmillan, they just, in fact, all the ministers, and they went to Halifax for their convention, and that's why they were giving those announcements. Straight out of university, if you have your experience, apply for PR. If you still want to come, it's fine. But me personally, I'm saying, like, as question and answer, I do not think it's worth it. Do you get that kind of thing for me? Oh, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the third category. The third category, I call them experienced adults. You have over 3 years experience. You're an older adult, plus 35 or between, plus 35 and above, and you have your own money. This set of people do not see coming into school as so much of a burden because they can pay. I would advise, yes, this particular set, if you can come in via school. But you have to come in via university, which gives you more allowance and stretch in terms of what you can enjoy. Better for you if you have a spouse. So one person needs to be, conscious of education and book. Probably if your score is very low, especially if a guy, maybe you're in your late 40s or something, you've already run out of points for age. You can, if you get married and probably your wife is a lot younger, she can be the primary applicant, and then you can be able to cross in. That's also very important. These are things that people neglect, but it adds up. So as much as possible, try your best to look at all the possible scenarios. I would also advise that if you're going to go to school, go to a PRO friendly province. Provinces that have plans for students after their study. There are certain colleges and there are certain provinces in the Atlantic region. People have recorded success in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta, if you go to the rural communities, even Ontario. But the Ontario and BC, remember that if they give you PMP, you still have to pay $1,000. So for those of you, I need to even put this as a disclaimer. There are many people that probably you got PMP and you're like, I want to reject this one. I'm waiting for the main express entry. Draws are not as frequent. Anyone you see, collect and run with it. Okay, that's my advice for you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So in this case now, I've discussed about 3 categories of people and my advice. The first one, yes or no. The second one, I think no. And the third one is a definite yes. Why? Because older people coming into school. I know that for somebody, you'll be like, oh, but if this person is older, why would they want to come into school? The truth is, because they make their own money and because they have gotten to a certain level of experience, understand that these people I'm talking about are not just people that are rich and cannot work. If you're somebody that you're just a big man, you just want to spread, Canada is not for you. Let's not do that. Don't come. You don't have like any, you can't adjust, it's going to be tough. There's a lady that was talking about bringing her 5 children, and then her husband says, oh, he will just escort. Let's not do that. Just stay in your house. It's not a do or die, because it's going to be crazy. 5 children and one lady, no, it's going to be crazy. So, in this situation where people say, oh, I'm older, my husband is ready to come, and all of that, I always, always, always suggest universities, because you can bring your spouse on spousal open work permit. If you're in a university in probably New Brunswick or Manitoba or somewhere, you get into your community and then make sure that you are in the express entry pool. Very, very important. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If this video was helpful, please watch out for the video I'll be doing for students, those landing, what you can do, those awaiting PRO, those that are already here. Understand that for those of you that are students that came in September 2023, I do not know how you people do it. Like, they just graduated and things are turning. Imagine landing. When they landed, they stopped a lot of things. There was no more online, there was no more full time. Before they finish their studies, they have done like major announcements, and they just finished school in August. Guess what? August ending, Abby? Yeah, August ending. Trudeau is coming out with new announcements. I believe that the people that were in fall 2023, they need hugs. So anybody that is a fall 2023 student, let us know. Just indicate fall 2023 student here in the comment section, and I'll send you hugs, because you people are God's strongest soldiers. All the bad announcements are coming during your set and all of that, and I'm sure that it must have been a roller coaster of emotions. I'm going to be bringing different videos. I like this space. I decided to shoot this video. What's the time? It's midnight now that I'm shooting this video, so bear with me. I wanted to give very crisp audio. That's why I'm also holding the mic like this to my mouth. Hope you guys are doing fine. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll be bringing more videos like this. If you have any suggestions also, you can let me know. I remember your girl Asi Darling. For those of you that will probably want one-on-one consultations, and probably be like, okay, Asi, among these categories, my category is not there. I am confused. You can send me an email on asidarling.abba@gmail.com, and we'll take up one-on-one consultation from there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your girl Asi Darling. Please check out my other videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.